There we are. Hi there. I hope you had a nice weekend. I hope you had a nice Resurrection Day or Easter or whatever celebration of Christ coming up from the grave means to you. Um, I know for me it's interesting. I always struggled with that because not that I didn't believe he did it, but I didn't know why it was significant when Jesus had raised other people from the dead. So why was it significant when he was raised from the dead? And on one hand, I could see all the reasons, like, yep, that's important, and that God raised him. But I just couldn't see why that was different than when he raised someone else from the dead. And it was a number of years. Let me see my chart over here. Back here, the year for hope in 2021. My word for the year was hope. And I remember when God told me that, I was like, bummer. Because I my experiences with hope were not very promising. Like anything that had to do with hope, it never seemed to manifest, and it seemed so far out. And we have this hope, and I don't know. To me, my experiences with hope were more like the world, where cross your fingers and hope, and that's just superstition and weak. So I didn't have when God told me, "Oh, your word for the year is hope." I'm like, "Ugh." So if he told me, it's like, okay, I will look into this. And I started researching hope and understanding what God says about hope. And I came to the conclusion. It said, it mentioned that Jesus Christ is our living hope. It's like, okay, what's that mean? I got to look into that. So I'm looking it up while we're talking here because I don't have the scripture on my fingertips, but he was our living hope. I thought, well, that's interesting. What makes that a living hope? And it's because Christ is still alive. And that's when the importance of his resurrection is like his resurrection is important, but to me, what's even more important is his ascension into heaven, because he didn't die. Jesus never died again. Everybody else that he raised from the dead died again. Nobody else stayed alive. And he stayed alive and was ascended into heaven. So he's in heaven actually in bodily form, which is hard to understand, because how can he be in this other place, other dimension that we know of as being more spiritual, and yet he's there physically. He is there physically. But that's what makes him a living hope, because he didn't die again. He is alive. He was alive. He is alive. He's still alive. He continues to be alive. And he is God and man, and he continues to be alive. And he is our living hope. Here it is from 1 Peter chapter 1. Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. According to his great mercy, he has caused us to be born again to a living hope through the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead. So there's why the resurrection is so important, because it's our living hope. So when I got that all understood, when God told me that the word for the year was hope, and then I understood it was a living hope, and I understood it was because of the resurrection of Jesus Christ, his victory over death and continued living. It answered a whole bunch of questions that I had. It answered a lot. It answered the hope problem. It answered the resurrection problem. I was really encouraged by that. So that living hope. Now, why am I telling you this? I guess it's just because it came to mind. Well, because of this weekend, and because of yesterday being the day that Jesus was resurrected and he came back, and that means so much more to me now in terms of understanding his living hope for each of us. So, what I titled today's, I'm looking at my hair and it's like, oh, it looks weird. Which side? Here we go. My hair is having really, it's not even having bad days. It's just having bad everything. I can't, I'm trying to get it to grow. Um, what I wanted to mention to you was I said App-titude, and I want to show you an app that I just found out about this week, and I love it. Um, I'm reading the series. I'm doing a study with some friends from church called Resilient by John Elbridge. And in the book, he mentions getting this app, and it's a free app, and it's called 1 Minute Pause. And that's what it looks like. It looks like that little pause sign, like from a like a I want to say a tape recorder. I guess there is no such thing, but anyhow, a video you could pause it. Okay, with that, and when you press on it, it opens up to this. This is now that it's set up. You'd have to set it up, and it gives you these options. You can um, there's a whole series which I haven't done yet, or these individual things, and there's a 1 minute pause, and you can have a man's voice or a woman's voice. You can have John Elbridge's voice or Elaine, somebody over here on this side. So you could have the woman's voice or the man's voice over here. And there's a series of 1 minute pauses, and then 3 minute pauses, 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes. And they give you little topics: mental strength and hope, mental strength and love, guidance, healing, faith. So there's little topics, and what it is, it's sort of a meditation. Um, you're focusing on God, you're focusing on union with God, and you're focusing on being filled with God and Jesus, Jesus, and placing our hope or faith or strength in Him, getting our faith, hope, and strength from Him. And I really like it because when it's helping me to meditate, because when I've tried to do the quiet type of meditation, my brain just goes 100 miles an hour, and it's very unpleasant because I just have a lot of negative thoughts always hitting me when I try to do a meditation. And having this with some positive direction has really helped me. It's like, oh, it's been such a blessing, and I've only been doing it for like 5 days now. I started doing it last week, and it's already helped so much. It's just kinda like just a breath of fresh air. It's this feeling of relaxation, and this even if it's just 1 minute, it's 1 minute to stop and think about God and giving everything and everyone to Him. That's what it's about. God, I give everything and everyone to you. I give everything and everyone to you, Jesus. That's how that 1 minute one starts out. And then it goes on. And it only lasts for the 1 minute. And it says that's enough for now. So just to be able to stop twice in your day and regroup with God, it's really been helpful. Hey, Meseret, how you doing? Shalom. Happy resurrection to you too. So I wanted to share this with you in case you're like me and you struggle to have quiet time, and you can set it up to notify you twice a day, or once a day, but I mean, it gives you that option right away for twice a day to pause, and you can set the little timer to remind you to stop and do your pause. And I've been doing it, and I've been greatly blessed by it. So if I'm blessed, I want you to be blessed. I want you to be able to check it out. So it's called 1 Minute Pause. It's a free app. You can get it in your app store. And in fact, you know what? Let me tap the 1 minute pause and play it for you. Oh, and that's right. It's interesting how it starts out. When pausing, it helps to reflect. How are you doing? And you can either do right now or today overall. So right now, I will reflect on this moment right now. And there's a little sliding scale. You can be neutral, or you can be very pleasant or very unpleasant, and everything in between. So let's put down uh, very pleasant because I'm with you right now. We're having a nice time. And what best describes this feeling? And it gives you a whole bunch of ways that you can describe how you're feeling. how are we feeling right now? We're feeling, I'm feeling happy and I'm feeling satisfied. What gives me more words? Those are all negative words. I don't want those. And I'll say grateful. Okay. So I clicked a couple words and now I'm going to hit continue. And lastly, what is having the biggest impact on you right now? So what's really affecting me? Well, and we're going to say right now, do we call it? I'm going to say friends because it's you. You're here. You're my biggest impact right now, are my friends, because we're having our time together. So I'm going to start the pause. And it's recorded. I'm very pleasant.
Jesus,
oh, there it is.
I give everyone and everything to you.
I hope you can
I give everyone and everything to you, God.
There we go.
I give myself to you, Jesus, for union with you. I am created for union with you, God. I give everything in me for union with you, Lord. I need more of you, God. Fill me with more of you. That's good. That's enough for now.
That's it. It's a little 1 minute pause. And obviously, the other ones are longer, if they're 3 minutes or 5 minutes. And it keeps track of how many days you do pauses. So the ones that have dark dots, I did them twice that day. And the ones that are light dots, I only did it once that day, twice or once. You can do more if you want. And I'm able to. I've sent the app to a bunch of people already, my friends from church and my husband and things. So I hope you'll give it a try. And if you do, let me know. Let me know if you sign up. Nobody gets any money for anything. Nobody's getting kickbacks. Nobody's getting anything. This is a free app that's been helping me, and I thought you might like it too. And it's called the 1 minute pause, and one is spelled out ONE. So if you're looking for it in your app store, it's just 1 minute pause. So that's it. That's what I wanted to share with you today. So that's a quick little message. I hope it's helpful. And we have our living hope in Jesus Christ, for which I'm very thankful. And I guess that's it for today. Thanks. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Maybe sometime this week. I'll talk to you this week. Okay. Bye bye.